Loch Ness Monster, unraveling the mystery of Scottish legends. Have you ever stood by a still, dark lake, its surface mirroring the sky, and felt a shiver as if something ancient stirred beneath? I once gazed across Loch Ness, its misty waters stretching into the Scottish Highlands, and imagined a shadow gliding in the depths, a creature that has haunted dreams for centuries. This is the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately called Nessie, a mythical beast that has made a quiet Scottish lake a global enigma. From medieval tales to modern sonar scans, Nessie's legend weaves a tapestry of wonder, skepticism, and the paranormal, a historical mystery as gripping as Jack the Ripper's unsolved murders in London history. Is Nessie a relic of the prehistoric past, a trick of the mind, or a true crime of nature? Tonight, we'll sail into the heart of Loch Ness, trace the ripples of this Scottish legend, and explore an unexplained phenomenon that whispers of secrets lost in the deep. Our story begins in the 6th century in the misty annals of Scottish lore. In 565 CE, the Irish monk St. Columba, per his biographer Adamnan, encounters a water beast in the River Ness which flows from Loch Ness. Columba commands the creature to retreat, saving a swimmer, and the tale becomes a Christian triumph. For centuries, the loch's dark waters, 23 miles long, over 700 feet deep, carry whispers of strange shapes. In 1933, the modern legend ignites. George Spicer and his wife, driving along the loch, spot a creature with a long neck crossing the road, vanishing into the water. Their story, published in the Inverness Courier, coins the term monster. By 1934, the surgeon's photograph, a grainy image of a serpent-like head, captures the world's imagination. Sightings surge from boaters in the 1950s to tourists in the 1990s, making Nessie a true crime of folklore, a historical mystery that echoes Russian history's cryptids, a paranormal icon in Scottish legends. The 20th century was a crucible for Nessie's myth, blending science with superstition. Loch Ness, per geologist John Gordon in 1991, is a glacial scar, its murky waters hiding secrets. Scotland, recovering from wars, embraced Nessie as a cultural emblem, per folklorist Michael Coven in 2007, boosting tourism. The 1930s saw new roads around the loch, increasing access and sightings. Media fueled the frenzy. The Daily Mail funded hunts, while BBC documentaries probed the depths. In 1987, Operation Deep Scan swept the loch with sonar, detecting unexplained contacts. In 2003, the BBC's sonar survey found nothing, yet ex-posts in the 2010s shared blurry videos of humps in the water. The Loch Ness Monster, a strange phenomenon in mythical creatures, stirs the paranormal, much like Jack the Ripper's shadow in London history, an unexplained phenomenon that ripples through time. To humanize this enigma, let's imagine Ailey, a fictional fisherwoman in 1933 Drumnadrohit, whose story weaves through Nessie's rise. Ailey, 29, mends nets by the loch, her father's tales of water kelpies in her mind. One dawn, she sees a long neck break the surface, its eyes meeting hers. She tells her brother, who shares it with the Inverness Courier, sparking debate. Ailey faces skeptics but draws the creature in secret, her sketch passed to a reporter. In 1960, her son joins a Nessie hunt, clutching her drawing. Years later, Ailey, old and frail, watches tourists, feeling Nessie's mystery alive. In 2020, her granddaughter, a biologist, scans the loch, haunted by her legacy. Ailey's tale, though imagined, grounds the Loch Ness Monster in human lives, a paranormal wonder that touched generations, much like true crime's grip on American history. The Loch Ness Monster's origins are a puzzle of fact and fantasy. In 1933, the Spicer sighting, per Ronald Binz's 1983 The Loch Ness Mystery Solved, may stem from otters or logs amplified by media. The surgeon's photograph, revealed in 1994 by the Sunday Telegraph as a hoax using a toy submarine, still lingers in lore. Sonar data, per marine biologist Adrian Shine in 1999, show large objects but no clear creatures. In 2019, University of Otago's Edna study found eel DNA suggesting giant eels but no dinosaurs. Sightings persist. In 2023, a Loch Ness webcam captures a hump, and in 2024, X posts debate drone footage of ripples. The Loch Ness Monster, a true crime of myth, baffles scholars like the Tunguska event's cosmic scars, an unexplained phenomenon in Scottish legends that deepens with each glimpse. What is Nessie? The first theory is a biological explanation. Cryptozoologist Roy Mackal in 1976 proposed Nessie as a plesiosaur, a long-necked marine reptile extinct 66 million years ago, surviving in the loch's depths. Biologist Henry Bauer in 1986 suggested zeuglodons, ancient whales. In 2018, Neil Gemmel's Edna study points to European eels, which grow large in Loch Ness, per Journal of Fish Biology. Physical evidence like 1970s underwater photos by Robert Rines shows vague shapes, later deemed inconclusive. This theory, grounded in zoology, explains some sightings but not Nessie's size or neck, keeping the Loch Ness Monster a historical mystery like Jack the Ripper's elusive identity in London history. A second theory points to environmental and psychological factors. Loch Ness's thermoclines, per oceanographer Luigi Picardi in 2004, create surface distortions, mimicking humps. Logs, otters, or birds, per naturalist Peter Costello in 1974, fool observers in dim light. Mass hysteria, per psychologist Robert Bartholomew in 1995, amplifies tales, with confirmation bias driving sightings. Tourism, per sociologist David Clark in 2013, fuels hoaxes like the 1972 Flipper photos later admitted as staged. This theory, rooted in science, explains patterns but not sonar anomalies, a strange phenomenon in Scottish legends akin to true crimes unsolved cases. A third theory ventures into the paranormal or cultural. Folklorist Liz and Henderson in 2010 links Nessie to Celtic water spirits, like kelpies, rooted in Pictish carvings. Some, per X posts in the 1990s, suggest a time slip or interdimensional being, citing Nessie's elusiveness. Occultist Aleister Crowley, who lived by the loch in 1899, claimed supernatural forces, per his 1929 memoirs. In 2022, paranormalist Fiona Broom ties Nessie to ley lines near Urquhart Castle. This theory, while speculative, resonates with Scotland's mysticism, a historical mystery that captivates like Jack the Ripper's debated motives in true crime. The evidence is tantalizingly vague. Sonar contacts, per New Scientist in 1987, lack follow-up. Photos like Tim Dinsdale's 1960 film show wakes but no clear beast, per analyst Roland Watson in 2007. Fossils, studied by paleontologist Steve Berzat in 2015, show no plesiosaurs in Scotland's post-Cretaceous strata. In 2023, Historic Environment Scotland's archives yield no new logs, only oral tales. Like the Chupacabra's fleeting tracks, Nessie's truth is a void, a true crime enigma in unexplained phenomena that fuels endless quests. Nessie's legacy swims on, a ripple in global culture. It inspired films like The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, books like The Loch by Steve Alton, and games like Tomb Raider Legends. In 2024, X posts debated eels versus kelpies, reflecting its grip on modern minds. Nessie shaped conservation, protecting Loch Ness's ecosystem, and draws thousands to Drumnadrochit, much like Jack the Ripper's myth in London history. Like the werewolf trials, it reveals humanity's thirst for mystery, a strange phenomenon that haunts our waters. Let's return to Ailey, our fisherwoman, to anchor the myth. Decades later, Ailey, now old, sits by the loch, her sketch of Nessie faded. She recalls the long neck, the village's awe, and her own wonder. When tourists speak of monsters, Ailey smiles, feeling its dream alive. She tells her granddaughter of 1933, urging respect for the deep. Ailey's awe, though imagined, ties the Loch Ness Monster to human hearts, a mythical creature that lingers like true crimes, unsolved murders, a paranormal enigma in Scottish legends. What does Nessie teach us? It's more than a historical mystery, it's a mirror of curiosity, fear, and the human quest for wonder. Like Jack the Ripper's victims, it's a tale we mourn, a beast we chase. The biological theory speaks to science, the environmental to perception, the paranormal to myth. Each shapes our view of unexplained phenomena. Yet Nessie eludes us, an unsolved case that challenges us to question, as we do with London history's mysteries, to honor the unknown. In 2025, as boats scan Loch Ness, we stand with Ailey asking her questions. Will we find Nessie, or will the loch keep it secret? The answer matters less than the seeking, for in it we honor the lost. The Loch Ness Monster, like Atlantis or Jack the Ripper, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who gazed into the deep. Its mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its ripples endure. As we close, let's hold Nessie close. It's a shadow in the water, its story living in us. Its witnesses, like Ailey, didn't know we'd seek them, but they hoped, trusting time to sing. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So, what truths will you chase? What depths will you probe? Nessie is silent, but its echo lingers in every mystery we unravel. That day by Loch Ness, when I felt the water's pulse, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep dreaming. The Loch Ness Monster is Scotland's deepest enigma, but its spirit endures. What do you think? What does Nessie mean to you? Have you felt the pull of Scottish legends? The urge to uncover unexplained phenomena in paranormal tales? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by mythical creatures and the shadows of the deep, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. Nessie is ours to carry forward. Thank you for sailing the loch with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in the depths.